Hello guys, so this should be my week 2 and week 3 wrapped in a single video. I couldn't upload it last week. The main reasons were I applied for an GT3 event for the first time happening in India, by the way, conducted by FMSCI and Virtual Racing Hub. So I applied to that game. The base game was Assetto Corsa, not competition, it's just Assetto Corsa. And the base track was set to Spa-Francorchamps and the car was BMW Z4, the GT3 car, which comes as default as you purchase it. So the whole week I was practicing the time lap of it. The basic qualification was you have to set the fastest lap. The top 22 people who gets the fastest lap qualify for the next round, which happens all over the month. And I was really training hard for that. Like whole week I was training on it. But basically the game is so old, outdated, to be honest, which feels really arcade to play the game. So I was practicing to it. It's just a week of the racing career, and it's my first official event conducted by any of these people. So I was really curious and I was really eager to participate in this. Initially, I thought India doesn't have much of the motorsports base here, so I thought the competition would be less. I can easily get into the next rounds. So I thought, okay, let's do a 221, which should be sufficient enough to qualify for the next round. So I was joined in this group of this WhatsApp people who all are participating in this event, and I was so curious to know about their time lapse and so curious to know about their timestamps. And then I saw everyone is doing 216s, 217s, and then I pushed really hard. The most I could do was 221, high 221-ish I did. Theoretical best was 220. And I thought, okay, let's try it, like how it goes. So I was getting ready throughout the week. On Thursday, I was fully ready. I was like, okay, let's try this at the best. Thursday night, I was preparing for the practice event, which is going to happen on Friday. So I was really setting the time lapse. I was really comfortable in the car. I did a lot of research on the best settings you could take for that particular car and the particular circuit. And I watched some YouTube tutorials on it. But on Thursday night, there was a heavy rainfall in my hometown and there was a high voltage here. So what happened is my racing wheels power supply and my laptop charger got damaged with this high voltage. I didn't know on the Thursday night, but on the Friday morning when I saw the actual wheel and the actual power supply, the fluids started to leak in it. Some things, I'm not sure what exactly, that somehow melted in this. So I was like so frustrated that why this happened on the very day on the practice which happens. I was like thinking what else can we do, because I was really interested to be participating in that. So I thought like let's do something. So I contacted the Virtual Racing Hub, and by the way, thankful for them for helping me at the last moment to participate in the race. So they suggested there is a racing cafe which is 86 kilometers from my hometown. So I thought, okay, let's go and participate and see how this goes. So I traveled on the same day to another city to play the game, and that was a practice session. So I want to make sure every car and the setups are ready, so that the next qualifying day I could do the qualifying lap smoother. So I went and that was a full setup rig, which I will show you in the images. That is a full setup rig which was highly advanced for me. I was just racing in this table for the all time, but afterwards that when I went to those rigs, those are really amazing. Like it was really smooth to drive and a triple screen setup as well. So I was really interested in driving that, and I easily set 220-ish. Like I never set it up at 220 in my own rig, but in that rig I easily set up 220 as my time best record. And that just happened for 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, 20 minutes I spent it on setup and logging out the Steam accounts and the content manager, which is used for Assetto Corsa for playing the games. And just 10 minutes I got. Within that just 10 minutes, I did a 220. Then, and again went back to the home, again traveling back 86 kilometers. And on the next day again, on the Saturday, which is the first qualifying round, I traveled again back to the sim racing hub, which is again the 86-kilometer travel. I played the first qualifying laps. I participated in two of the events. One is the endurance qualifying and another one is the sprint qualifying. So I thought like let's see how this goes, and I saw the results. So on the earlier day, on the practice laps, there was almost 10 people 10 people who were setting up 216s and 217s, and here I am at 220ish. I first thought, should I actually go to the event, because I was so demotivated at that point. Like, what else could happen, because already 10 people are doing 216s and 217s, and there are much more people who haven't yet participated in the practice event. So I thought there will be much more aliens who would be scoring much more higher than that. So, but anyways, I went, let's see, like we paid for the game, let's see how it goes. And then I gave it on the qualifying day. On Saturday, I set up everything and I gave absolute best on everything. I gave my complete best and I got high 219s. I got around 219, 253. Whole weekend, that's the best time lap which I ever recorded. I thought, okay, I would be qualifying into the next round. There were 4-5 splits actually. I thought next round will be much more easier, but then I scored at P10 at my split itself, which I couldn't believe it, right? Like I thought that I would be much more in the higher steps, higher positions. Like I thought somewhere I would be around P5 or P4. Then I viewed it, I was at P10. So there were 5 splits and people are doing 215, 216s across the 5 splits. So my overall position was P37, which was not bad to be honest. And next I participated the sprint qualifying event, which again I gave my absolute best and I got 219, 453, 53 or 56, and that was also my second best time lap in this circuit. I never believed it. I didn't believe that I was the one to do that. But yeah, the time came in. I was so happy that I improved it from 228 to 219, high 219s. Theoretical best was almost 218. So it's almost like a 10 seconds of improvement just within a week. But the driver in P1, he clocked 215, which is absolutely insane. That requires a lot of dedication, that requires a lot of practice. I knew it for sure. I knew it that it was not about some fancy setups you could do with the car. So fortunately, he uploaded the YouTube video of his fastest lap, which is 215, and he nailed it perfectly. And then we came to know that he is playing sim racing for 10 years. So at that moment, I thought of these guys are there for 10 years and you just participate in the game for a week and you expect to be in the next round, which is good for the experience, but bad in a way that you're not feeling good to the qualifying to the next round. So at that moment, I thought, okay, we gave the best. We did a 10 seconds improvement for real. If I had one more week of practice, I would have definitely got into I would have definitely got into 217 to 18, because 217 was the cutoff time actually. If I had just a week, I would have tried my best. But anyways, that's my experience. And the second day, I thought like, okay, let's tweak something and because the first day itself is unbelievable for me, where I scored 219. So in second day, I thought, okay, let's do some different kind of driving styles where you take the geometric line instead of the symmetric line. I thought of taking a different approach in my driving style, where in most of the corners you take ideal line instead of a geometric line. And I thought that would improve the time, but unfortunately that ended up in again 220ish. So that was not much in the second day of the qualifying, but that was a really good experience. And when the results came out, I saw my qualifying lap on the day one, which I clocked 219, 253, got deleted. And the reason I found was I crashed into someone else actually. So the stewards decided to give me a 1 second penalty. But I'm not sure when exactly, but I remember even where that happened. Basically, I was in a flying lap. I was at the end of the last corner of the Spa-Francorchamps, and there was already a car which is at the outside of the end of the lap, and I did the corner, but I had no place to go exit the corner, so I had no room to crash onto him. So that time got deleted because the driver protested for the crash which I made it. So anyway, silly to protest against them because you are already in P37. It doesn't make so much difference if you gain a lap, if you gain a second or lose a second. So I thought, okay, let it be for now, and let's focus on to the next things. So that's exactly what happened in this whole week, and I couldn't even play iRacing to be honest. I was fully in this Assetto Corsa game. I mean, the physics is terrible in this game. Like, I won't suggest anyone for you guys to play this game. You either choose competition or you choose iRacing game. iRacing is far more better. And since my wheel got damaged, next week or two I won't be playing racing games. So this is my plan actually. I ordered from Moza actually. They told that it will take a month or so to receive because it is coming from China to India, so it will take a month for me to receive it. But yeah, the whole takeaway is you can't beat someone who's in this game for a long time. So you have to practice a lot. You just started 2 weeks into racing and expecting it to be the next top tier sim racer in India, which doesn't happen overnight, by the way. I was on to the next. Let's see how it goes. I was completely happy that this first event has actually happened in India, and thanks to Virtual Racing Hub and FMSCI for conducting this event. And I hope this grows forever, like we do much more races frequently and we grow the sim racing community in India, which is still a good area to target, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I decided. And I decided I will be learning some of the racing techniques this week or maybe next week as well fully, because I don't have anything to play with you guys, so that I can share my experience with you guys of what I learned in my driving styles, what I learned in the motorsports events. And actually also I'm also thinking to start something on F1 related since the new season is going to start. If you guys are interested in this, please let me know in the comments. I will do the video on whatever it is, F1 race reviews, F1 commentary, whatever it is. So let's see how it goes. And the 2 weeks will be drilling. I will be studying much more in the racing ones. What's the techniques, what's the real science behind it, because till now I didn't know how to actually. I know what trail braking is, I know oversteer, understeer, what actually is, but I don't have a very much depth understanding of what exactly that is. So that's exactly which I wanted to do. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and drop some comments. Thank you.